at Pokemon!
Hey, what's up, Gamer fam? Welcome back to Pokemon Let's Go Eevee with Gamer Guy 9001
and Lady Eevee.
Alright, so let's continue our Pokemon adventure! Woo!
Can I go in the store and get more Poké Balls?
Yeah. I mean, you may not be able to afford a lot, but because you don't have a whole lot of cash yet, but, you know, you get more as you progress.
I have over 3,000, thank you.
Jeez, wow, aren't you little Miss
I
Moneybags?
am, apparently.
Alright, so you can buy more Pokeballs, you can buy potions, antidotes, cure poisoning, burn heals, cure burns, ice heals, cure if your Pokemon gets frozen, awakening will wake it up if it gets put to sleep, and a paralyzed heal will heal paralysis.
Interesting. What do you recommend?
You got plenty of Pokeballs still, because you got 49, so you don't really need any more right now. I would just save your money till they get a bit lower. I would buy at least a couple potions and antidotes, etc. I'd buy at least like 5 potions for now. Should probably be good.
Okay, and 5 antidotes?
I'd just buy like 2 or 3 antidotes. You probably won't have to worry about your Pokemon getting poisoned right away, but it doesn't hurt to have them. I'd just buy like 3. Yeah, that should be good for now. It's one of those things where it doesn't hurt to have it, you know?
Anything else?
I would buy a paralyzed heal, at least 1 or 2, just in case.
Wow, you just want me to spend all my money.
Well, like I said, it's better to have it and not need it, but that should be fine for now. You won't really have to worry about burns or ice, you know, not this early in the game, so.
No thanks.
It's just some Pokemon early on can poison yours, so, you know, it's just good to have them just in case you need them. Alright, so you're going to want to head back that way.
What's this little store?
You can just read the sign in front of it. I think it's a Pokemon school. Like, it just they'll just give you some basic tips on, like, battles, on how to battle. And
So do I want to do that or no?
not really. It's not really any useful information. I mean, that's what I'm here for. I'll just tell you anything you need to know.
This way or the other way?
You can go this way.
Route 22?
I would go down that path. I believe there's an item on the ground at the end of this path. So if you see any little Pokeballs just laying on the ground, those are just random items you can pick up. So yeah, I don't know why they put the bush right on top of the item, but it should be right there. Just press A to pick it up when you can.
There we go.
There you go.
5.
5 Pokeballs.
Nice.
Yeah, so if you see any things that look like Pokeballs just laying on the ground, make sure to pick them up, because they'll give you different items.
I can't actually go up there. Ooh, what's that?
That's a Nidoran.
Ooh.
Yeah, you can
Can't
go
actually
up.
get up there,
You
though.
can, though. You just gotta go through this patch of grass first. And then,
Oh, that's something too.
that's a Spearow.
Oh, it flew right into me, apparently. Should I give it a berry?
Yeah, you can if you want, but... So right now you're just gonna encounter a bunch of low-level Pokemon that are gonna be easy to catch, so I would save your berries for when you get to further in the game, and there'll be higher-level Pokemon. Because the higher the level Pokemon, the more difficult it will be to catch.
True.
So if the circle is green, I would just save your berries and just throw a Pokeball at it just directly.
Spearow. Everyone's leveling up. Learn growth. Inept at flying high, however, it can fly and run very fast to protect its territory. Alright.
Oh, hey, Lady Eevee.
Bob.
You hoping to make it to Pokemon League someday, too?
Sure.
That's where you can battle the strongest of all Pokemon trainers.
Not you.
The ones they call the Elite Four. I was hoping maybe I could get a glimpse of them, but the guard at the gate wouldn't even let me pass without any badges from Pokemon gyms.
Oh.
Guess I'll just have to get there the long way by battling and getting strong.
Good luck.
So, Lady Eevee, I guess that means it's on!
Really? Already, dude?
Dude, this guy's got a major hard-on for battling.
He's like a glutton for punishment. I'm
Yep.
just gonna wipe the floor with him again.
Yep. Pretty much.
You're always trying a Pidgey this time.
Yeah, as the game progresses, he'll eventually get more Pokemon, and his Pokemon
This is
get
even
stronger.
weaker than his Pikachu.
Well, what do you expect? I mean, there's nothing in this area but weak-ass Pokemon.
His Pikachu's the strongest.
Yeah, but, I mean...
That didn't do a whole lot.
Okay, so you use Sand Attack, which lowers accuracy, so that'll make it harder for your attacks to land.
Really?
Well, it depends on how many times they use it. If they use it like 2 or 3 times in a row, then like it'll make it very hard for your Pokemon's attacks to land. If he only uses it once, that's no big deal. But the more they use it, like the lower your accuracy
wait, he's gonna send out a Pikachu now?
Yeah, well, because he has 2 Pokemon. See up there in the right corner, you see the number of Pokeballs there.
I just want to keep Eevee. She's
so
my
then you can
strongest.
just keep battling them.
You bastard.
I like how your character was just sitting there like, let me think about this for a minute.
Mm-hmm. She's like, we got this. What are we gonna do? We're gonna growl at him. Oh, what?
Remember, because Quick Attack always goes first, so that works for the enemy too. Alright, so Growl makes their attack fall, so that their attacks do less damage. Yeah, see, that's why I was saying it's good to have the Perilous Heal, because so go to your bag. Yep. And then go to Paralyze Heal. And then use item, and then you select Eevee. And then you'll use the item and it'll cure it of its paralysis. So there are certain status effects that Pokemon can place on one another. There's Poison, which does damage to your Pokemon that's poisoned every turn. There's Paralyze, which sometimes when you go to make an attack, there will be a chance that your Pokemon won't be able to attack because it's paralyzed. It may attack, it may not, it depends.
Okay.
There's Sleep, which if the Pokemon is asleep, it can't attack or do anything, so then its turn just gets skipped.
Okay.
And Sleep usually lasts like anywhere from like 3 to 5 turns, roughly, give or take, something like that. Eventually, your Pokemon will wake up on its own, but the longer it's asleep is the longer it's a sitting duck, so it's not really a good idea to let your Pokemon stay asleep. Whoa, seriously?
That's right, rat bastard.
You got $140 for winning. Fuck yeah. There's also Burn, which basically just does the same thing as Poison. It just inflicts damage every turn. Maybe battling like this is just helping you get stronger, huh, Lady Eva?
Yeah.
Oh well, that works too. Let's train hard so that someday we both make it to the Pokemon League.
I'm gonna beat your ass every time.
'Cause you a little bitch. And then down here there's just more grass where you can find more Pokemon.
Ooh. That was a noise.
You know what's kind of fucked up when you think about it? Pokemon teaches kids from an early age to capture wild animals and then pit them against each other in Mortal Kombat for personal profit and glory.
You're not wrong.
Isn't that kind of fucked up when you think about it?
So are you trying to say Pokemon is responsible for all, like, you know, the animal fighting rings around the world?
Now, I'm not saying that Pokemon is responsible for it, but it seems like if you really think about it, it's kind of condoning it.
Yeah, that's fair.
And the thing that's most messed up about that is that this is supposed to be a kid's game. So, like, I've been playing Pokemon, you know, since I was a young kid. And looking back on it now as an adult, those are the types of things you realize. You know, like when you look back at something you used to watch or you were into as a kid and you think about it, looking at it from an adult's perspective, you realize a lot of fucked up things about it.
Alright, what's it mean in the bottom of my left that Eevee's like sitting there dancing?
Okay, so that means the icon in the left with the Eevee waving the Wiimote around means that another player can also join the game with a second Joy-Con. So if another player has a Joy-Con and they wave it around, then a second kid will appear, and that way you can both play cooperatively.
Where am I?
Only truly skilled traders can pass through here. You don't have a boulder badge yet. You're a worthless piece of shit. You must have it to get to the Pokemon League.
Well, aren't you lame?
Basically, he's just going to tell you the same thing every time you try to go past there. So this road leads to the Pokemon League. That is where the Elite Four will be. Those are the toughest trainers in the entire game, and you can't take them on until you've collected 8 gym badges. So you're gonna want to head back the way you came.
Up. I don't need another one.
So you can catch more. You can catch duplicate Pokemon, and the ones you don't want, you can put them in your Pokemon box, and then from there you can transport them to Professor Oak. And he'll give you Pokemon candy, which you can use you can feed the Pokemon candy to
evolve them.
Well, not necessarily to evolve them, but to it'll level up their stats.
Right, I do remember that.
Yep.
All right, let's do that.
Yeah.
That's how I actually used to run out of so many Pokeballs.
Yeah. And plus, every time you catch a Pokemon, you gain experience points.
That's
so
true.
It's also another good way to level up your party. So if you press the X button, that'll bring up your menu. So go over to your bag. Or no, I'm sorry, party. I'm sorry.
Way to go.
Or no, you can't do it from here. So press A on Pokemon box. And then that will show you all the Pokemon you've caught so far. So scroll over to that first okay, so that one's level 3. Scroll over to the one you caught earlier. Okay, that one's level 4. Alright, so go back down to the level 3 one. And then press A on it. And then go to Send to Professor. And then select Y to send you can select multiple Pokemon at once, but then press Y to send it, hit yes, and then it'll automatically transfer it to Professor Oak. And you gotta... Oh, thank you for sending along a Pokemon. This will help in my research. That's it. I think you've earned some candy. Candies make your Pokemon stronger, so use them on a Pokemon you'd like to train well. So he gave you 1 quick candy. So whichever Pokemon you give that quick candy to, it will raise their speed stat by 1 point. So it's a convenient way to help boost your Pokemon without actually having to battle them. So, just something to keep in mind.
I want to see this clothing trunk.
So here you can customize your clothes, and you can also put clothes on your Eevee if you want. So now your Eevee's got a little hat. And you can also get outfits for yourself, but so far the only one you have is the one you started with.
Catching pocket, battle pocket. These are where all those things go.
Yeah, that's where all your different various items go.
Let's look at the map. I just want to see. Okay, so that's what I've explored so far. And
yep,
the rest
and
is
the great areas.
I
Yeah, it's all the places you haven't been yet.
Okay. Cool.
So you're going to want to head back towards the right, back towards Veridian City, and then you want to go north from there.
Okay. So, can you look at my Pokedex?
You can, and if you want, you can scroll through and it'll show you the Pokemon you've seen and the ones you caught. And,
I've seen 7, only caught 6.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've seen a Pikachu. That's why it marks it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's 133, huh?
Yep.
Alright, I think I'm gonna...
So you want to head back this way, because there's a ledge there, you can't go up that way. So go to your... Yep, and then just keep going right. There you go. That way you can skip past all the grass, so you don't get jumped by more Pokemon. And then head back up that path. Yep. There you go.
Oh, one of those little hippo thingies.
I think if you go up that... There might be an item hidden behind here, I think.
An item.
Or no, okay, no, it's just a tree. Oh, actually, wait a minute. Do you see how your Eevee's tail started waggling?
Mm-hmm.
So that means that there's an invisible item nearby. So the more your Eevee's tail waggles to the point where until it gets like that, it shows that you're closer to it. Yeah, so keep going that way a little bit more, a little bit more. Okay, so you should be like right on top of it. You may have to like change which direction you're facing, but like just keep pressing the A button and you should find it. You may have to go get like a little bit closer to the tree. There you go.
Potion.
Yeah, so when if you're running around and you see your Eevee's tail start twitching and waggling, just take a second to kind of look around because there's an invisible.
Cool.
Yeah, there's an invisible item on the ground nearby.
She's a little indicator, huh?
Yep, she's like a little metal detector, so to speak.
I just want to explore.
That's fine. That's pretty much like half the game.
What is? She has a little Pokemon, doesn't she?
Yep, that's an Oddish.
Oddish. Hello.
Wow, your Pokemon is riding on you, but I think my Pokemon would be a bit too heavy for me. That's why I have it walk with me instead. Oddly. So you can check your party in the main menu, choose Pokemon to take out of its Pokeball, and it will follow you around. It's just adorable to see them. Here, let me do it for you.
Whoa.
And so now your Rattata will follow you around. You can always open your menu and put it back if you don't want it.
So wait, I can have both of them out?
Yeah.
Does he do anything special like when there's stuff like the Eevee?
I don't think so. I think they just follow you around.
No, it's a gym. I
Yeah,
can't
but
access the gym yet.
That one's locked. So actually, that's the final gym. It won't be open until you've beaten all the other gym leaders.
No. Well, that's kind of lame.
Yeah, well, that's why it's an adventure!
It's just trainer tips. Shake the second controller to call in a support trainer. Try your adventure together. Veridian City to Pewter City.
Pew pew.
Oh, there's a Pokeball over there. Oh, there's a new one in the bush.
That's a Caterpie. It's a little caterpillar Pokemon. And so, of course, there are different types of Pokemon. Caterpie is a bug type. There's fire, water, grass, flying, electric type, normal type, fairy type, fighting type, ghost type, psychic type, etc., etc. The list goes on.
I mean, I remember some of that from the mobile version.
Yeah. So, like, also a thing you want to remember is that different specific element types of Pokemon are better in battle against others.
Right.
So, for example, fire is good against grass. Grass is good against water. Water is good against fire. It's pretty logic based. Like, you just think like water extinguishes fire, so obviously you want to use water type Pokemon against fire types.
Right.
And fire burns grass and plants, so you use fire against grass types. You can also use fire against like a grass or a bug type, or basically anything that is considered highly flammable. Water types are also good against rock Pokemon. Grass types also good against rock types. So you just want to try to. So that's why it's good to have a variety of different type Pokemon in your party, because you never know what types of Pokemon other trainers will have that you'll run into.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
A Weedle. Oh, lots of level up. Beware of the sharp stinger on its head. It hides in grasses and bushes where it eats leaves. No, I can't get over to get to the Pokeball?
No, you can't get to that area now, but you will be able to get there later.
No, okay. Who's this?
If your Pokemon uses a move that's the same type as itself, the move's power will get a boost. Are you going to Veridian Forest? It's a natural maze in there. Be careful you don't get lost.
I guess I am, so... Ooh, that's a new one.
That's a Kakuna. That's what Weedle evolves into.
Yeah. It's tiny.
Yeah, so there will also be Pokemon of different size, like if it's big or if it's small. And if you catch a Pokemon that's big or small, you'll get an extra experience bonus for that.
Says I should use a berry.
Yep. So since Kakuna's a little bit more, a slightly rarer Pokemon, it'll be a little bit harder to catch. So the difficulty of catching a Pokemon depends on its level and its level of rarity.
One berry and a great throw, and I got it!
Yep. And so also, when you get the technique bonuses, like when it says nice or great or excellent, that actually increases the chances that the Pokemon will stay in the Pokeball when you get it.
Oh my gosh, everybody leveled up.
Oh yeah, you got a big bonus for that one, because it was a new Pokemon, you got it on the first throw, and you got a technique bonus. So all of those things
Killing
factor...
it, basically.
Yeah, slay it, queen! So basically all those things factor into how much experience you gain for catching Pokemon.
And then Poison Sting. Able to move only slightly when endangered. It may stick out its stinger and poison its enemy. You go ahead and poison that enemy. Okay. What's the blue stuff around it mean?
So that means that it's a tiny Pokemon.
Oh.
If it's like a huge Pokemon, it will have red sparkles around it. So I would try to catch those ones again, just because like they give you bigger experience boosts. Just
they're
because,
tiny?
yeah, because they're special basically. Yep.
Okay. Bag. I should use a berry.
And plus, I think this one's level 6, so it might. I don't know. The first Pidgey you caught might have already leveled up a few times, so it might actually be stronger. But I would just keep whichever one is a higher level, and then send the weaker one to Professor Oak.
I caught it. My Pidgey's an 8.
Yeah, okay, so I would just keep that one then.
Lowest I have are level 6 right now. There's another Kakuna, another Caterpillar. Are they like the popular ones in this area, I guess?
So this forest is...
I see blue, red.
This forest is gonna have a lot of bug-type Pokemon.
I see red over there, though.
It'll probably still be there after you're done battling this nerd.
Stupid nerd wants to challenge me.
So he's a bug catcher, so he's gonna have bug Pokemon.
Okay.
So I would actually use swap out your Pidgey because flying type are especially good against bug type.
So change Pokemon now?
Yep. So go Pokemon, and then just go over to your Pidgey, and then press A on Pidgey, and then you'll throw them out. Or press A to switch, I mean, and then it'll switch out Eevee for Pidgey.
Ooh.
Alright, so then do Fight, and then use Gust Attack, because Gust is a flying type move, so it'll be super damaging against the Caterpie.
He used Tackle, though.
Yeah.
So that goes first.
Well, because it used String Shot on you, that greatly reduced your Pidgey's speed, so that's why the Caterpie was able to hit it first.
Got it. Yeah, damn right I did. 3 Poké Balls.
So I would actually recommend swapping your Pidgey out into your first party slot because you're going to encounter a lot of bug catchers in here, and you'll be able that way you'll be able to just wipe the floor of them easily.
So how do I do that?
So press X, then go to party. Now scroll over to Pidgey, and then do move Pokemon, and then move it over to where Eevee is, and then just press A. And then that way, when you start a battle, Pidgey will be the first Pokemon you'll throw out. You can always switch Eevee back later if you want. I mean, that's usually advisable.
Can I have her... Well, can I return him?
I believe so.
I hit the X.
Yep. Okay, so then do...
She's not in a Pokeball, though.
No. But do A. And then... Okay, so maybe you can't, actually.
I want her to follow me around.
Well, she'll always be on your head, no matter what.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
so
okay.
she'll always be out of the Pokeball, even if she's not in the first slot.
So he can follow me around.
I think he's no longer is because you took the star off.
But I can take whoever out, right?
Yeah, you can take any of them out.
Who do I want to have follow me around? Doesn't really matter, does it?
You also don't have to either. It's just the girl was just telling you it's something you can do.
What'd I hit? I think I hit the wrong thing.
Just hit B to go back.
Yeah.
And then hit B when you're done.
Yep. B again.
I believe there's also an item over there to your right in that other patch of grass when you're done with this Caterpie.
It's huge.
It's
what
big
she said. Surprised I made the joke before you did.
I see what you did there. That's funny.
Yeah, fight me, little bitch. And lose. Right. Caught a huge Caterpie.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Bet you like them big Caterpies, don't you?
Sure do.
Dirty girl.
You love it.
I do. You're right. Ding, level up.
Oh yeah, mirror move. Level 10! Wants to learn the move double kick. Should an old move be forgotten and replaced with double kick?
Okay, so your Pokemon can only know 4 moves at a time. So as your Pokemon level up, when they reach certain levels, they'll learn new moves. You can choose to replace the new move with an old one, and it will no longer have the old one available, or you can just be like, no, I don't want to do that. So I would forget an old move, because you have a couple moves that are useless anyway. So I would get rid of either Tail Whip or Growl.
Well, I haven't used Tail Whip yet, and that seems less productive than Growl.
So, Tail Whip lowers the opponent's defense, which means they take more damage from attacks. Growl lowers their attacks, so their attacks will do less damage.
So I'll get rid of Growl then.
Right. So, personally, I never use, like, the status changers, like the ones that make the other Pokemon stats lower, because 9 times out of 10, it's not productive. Like, very few of the time is it a good move. I mean, there are some that aren't bad to have, like Sand Attack is an okay one to use, because if you use it like 2 or 3 times and it lowers your opponent's accuracy to the point where like none of their attacks will even hit you anyway. So that can sometimes have its advantages. But, like, Growl or Tail Whip are honestly useless attacks, so you don't really... If you want to get rid of something, I would get rid of those first.
Oh, you said there's something on the ground. I'll have to go back.
That's alright, it's fine. So
I saw a huge Bellsprout.
Yep. Whereas Double Kick is a fighting type move, so it does...
I'll probably use that more.
Yeah, it does damage. It actually inflicts damage, so it's best to just use those more than it is to use the status-changing attacks. Ooh, good throw.
Yep. First time. Excellent throw. Oh, I went past it too long. And it's huge. Oh, there's Pokeball.
Oh, there's a Pikachu.
I see that.
You should definitely catch the Pikachu. That could be very useful later.
Oh, which one? Aha! Pikachu! Oh, again, I use a berry. He's still gonna be tough. Yes.
Nice. There you go.
New one. Great throw.
Oh yeah, that's definitely give you a pretty good size boost. 46. Okay, it didn't give you quite as much as I thought it would, but it's still not bad.
Wants to move double cap. Oh, he has old moves too to forget.
So let's see. I would either get rid of Leer or Focus Energy.
What do they do?
Leer, I believe, drops defense. Focus Energy, I think, raises your Pokemon's attack power.
So wait, what does Leer do?
Leer lowers the defense of an opponent.
And Focus raises my...
Focus Energy raises your Pokemon's attack power. If I remember correctly. You can also check the attack by pressing A to see what it'll tell you what it does. So yeah, yep, it lowers the defense stat. Focus Energy usually takes... oh, okay, so it makes it so your Pokemon are more likely to land critical hits.
I think I'll get rid of Leer then.
Okay. Yep. There you go.
Ta-da! Feel a tingly shock when you dodge it.
So I would recommend putting Pikachu in your party because Pikachu could be useful to you later. So press the X button, go to party, and then I would either swap it out for, I would swap out either Spearow or Nidoran, or possibly Rattata. I mean, whichever one you probably see yourself using the least.
Well, I mean, if I have Pidgey, I won't really be using Spearow too much, right?
Nah, not really.
So how do I move it?
Okay, so select Spearow.
Okay.
And then, you know what? I'm sorry. You got to go to your Pokemon box. Sorry, hit back. I'm sorry. I gave you bad advice.
So bag?
Yeah, so go to bag. Then Pokemon box.
Okay.
And then scroll down to Pikachu. And then do add to party. And then you can pick whichever one you want to swap it out for. There you go. So now Pikachu's in your party, and Spearow will stay in the box.
Okay. Alright, should I send some of these to the professor?
Yeah, if you want to just send whatever duplicates you have.
Level 6, level 9, level 4, level 9. Mine are bigger, but these were the huge ones. Does it make a difference?
So no, the only thing that the size difference makes is when you catch them, you get bigger experiences. So
okay.
So keeping the ones, like, just because they're tiny or huge doesn't actually matter. It doesn't make a difference as far as battling with them, so... Thank you, my girl. This will help a great deal with my research. I can't wait to torture and prod these Pokemon. I think you've earned yourself a reward. And then he gave you a bunch of different candies. Huh. You've sent me 4 Pokemon so far. You're a great aid to my work, Lady Eevee.
Damn right.
Do keep on sending me more Pokemon to torture and prod.
Wow. Don't say
yeah,
like
I know.
that.
I know I have a dark sense of humor. Sue me.
I'd rather not.
Yeah, because you know you'd lose.
I already know what you have. So I know exactly what I'd be getting.
Yeah.
Oh, you're already green. I'm just gonna try it then. Whoa, that was...
You threw it a little too hard. Yeah, so depending on, like, how, fast you wave the thing, it'll, Because sometimes Pokemon will be a little further back.
Yeah.
You know, like flying type Pokemon, like they tend to, you know, fly up in the air. So when they're up higher, you want to like really wing it to make the Pokeball go farther.
Well, I still got a few extra points.
Yeah.
Gonna keep leveling right on up.
Alright, Gamer Fan, but we're going to end this episode here. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to leave a like. Don't forget to leave a comment and subscribe if you haven't already. We upload new videos every Mondays and Thursdays. Stay awesome, Gamer Fam. Bye.
Bye.
It's coughing!
Coffee!